So, because I am also an awakening soul, I thought I'd create a channel called Roger True Reality. Now, I'm not going to try to say that this is the absolute true reality for you and for everyone. I just feel that different souls are on a path that is, some are light and some are dark. So I propose that my soul is on a light path. And I have, as I am awakening spiritually, I have a concept of reality. And if you're familiar with near-death experiences, one thing that you will be struck by is that all near-death experiences are like totally different. And then you must say to yourself, if they're so different, is there really a common reality? Is there a common spiritual matrix that we're all a part of? How can we perceive this if all near-death experiences seem so different? Well, I mean, I contemplate these things. As I spiritually awake, I also try to make rational sense of the whole of it, of all that I hear and I experience and heard being said about the spiritual experience and so on. And I have been coming up with a vision of true reality, which is why I call my channel Roger True Reality. But I'll tell you a little about myself. I've always been a very contemplative person. I was born in South America, Guyana, came to the United States in 1981, took to school. At first I loved science. I thought I'd be a solar physicist, but then I got caught up into English literature in high school. I loved examining books and the themes of the author and larger messages, philosophical messages behind it. And then later on in college, I got into philosophy, studied the bachelor's in the history of modern philosophy, Socrates, my favorite. Then I went on to, because I had a Catholic Christian background, I went on to study interdisciplinary liberal arts at Fordham University. I did a master's of liberal studies there, and I just wanted to explore with my philosophical background. I wanted to orient that to my Catholic Christian background and try to synthesize, because I'm a big person about synthesizing everything that I'm experiencing. I try to put it all together into one picture, one worldview, which I think is what makes my channel beneficial, because I'm a person that doesn't compartmentalize things. You can't come to the truth if you compartmentalize. You need to try to put everything together in a sensible picture. So I did the master's in liberal studies at Fordham University, and then I did a crazy adventure where I traveled the United States as a big rig truck driver. I spoke to my fellow Americans about living a meaningful life in the spirit of what I learned about the message of Socrates, to live an examined life. I wrote a book called The Socratic Trucker, an American memoir, where I just speak about my experience of talking to my fellow Americans about life and meaning and so on. And out of that came a vision for what's called New American Spring, which is my spiritual social sense of purpose to contribute to an awakening of American democracy, and a true awakening of American democracy, since our democracy right now is heavily compromised by what I call evil influences. And this brings us into the spiritual world of good versus evil. There are evil influences in the world which corrupt, and American democracy is being corrupt. And the solution is a simple coming together and talking to one another, reasoning together. In the old biblical phrase, let us reason together, and develop a healthy sense of citizenship, fellowship with one another, which will undermine all these evil influences which are attempting to destroy us. So this is my background. So my New American Spring has its own channel, but this channel is going to be dedicated to my spiritual thinking. The Creator, God, can be considered all in all. In other words, I feel that all individual souls, all individual consciousness, are rays of light emanating from the Creator. But also, the Creator gave each ray of light free will. Free will is the most fundamental thing. Maybe there is great limits to freedom or liberty, because there's so much obstacles and complexity within reality that we must maneuver through. So there might be limits to liberty, there might be limits to freedom, but we do have free will. So what is free will? This is the greatest gift of the Creator. Free will is our ability to accept or reject the Creator itself. So the Creator emanates us like a ray of light and gave each ray of light free will, either to accept that Creator or reject that Creator. When we reject the Creator, we reject also all the good that comes with the Creator, which is the bottom level of that is what's called hell. The lack of all the good things of the Creator, but also the presence of all those who are there. So if you have a pit where you have souls that reject the Creator and are in darkness, and you also reject the Creator, that pit will be a hellish place, because there is no goodness coming from the Creator. It's completely devoid of the light of the Creator. There is no goodness. And you're scrambling and ripping and tearing at each other, because that is the only sense of relief, because the oppressiveness of darkness and the lack of good is so horrible that you're trying to tear and rip at each other and give each other pain as a way of relieving your own pain. So there is such a thing as hell, and why would a good Creator? So the question is, why would a good Creator allow hell? I mean, how is He allowing it if you're the one that rejects Him? You see what I'm saying? So the Creator create you as a ray of light, give you free will, and you can accept or reject the Creator. When you reject the Creator, you reject the Creator. When you reject the Creator, you reject all that is the Creator, all that is good. So you're in torment. But now, I feel, and maybe this might not be Christian, but I feel that even when a soul is in hell, that soul can still escape or still be removed from that hell, can be taken away from, can be brought back to light and to heaven when that soul changes its mind, uses its free will to change its mind to accept the Creator. And I feel that this physical dimension of life that we are in is actually the stage upon which souls can repent, the stage upon which souls can change their minds, utilize their free will from rejecting to accepting the Creator. And we do that through looking for and taking opportunities to express love. Because the essence of the Creator is love. It was that passion of love that caused the Creator to emanate us as rays of light, and it is that very passion that enables us to accept the Creator and reorient back into the Creator. And here's the thing though, when we reorient back into the Creator, we do not lose ourselves. We take with us all the experiences that we've had as individual rays of light, going through all the dimensions of creation, which are infinite, and we bring it back into the Creator to enter what I call a heaven of heavens, a heaven above heaven itself. Because even heaven itself is the created universe of the Creator, an exterior universe. But when we re-enter and reunite and reunite again with God, we maintain our individuality. We maintain ourselves because the Creator gives that forever. When the Creator gives, He gives forever. That's why there is a hell too. People don't just poof out of existence in hell, because once the Creator gave you, you are forever. So, so we reorient back into the Creator, and that's what I call the heaven above heavens. And there we simply, you can call it a dance. We simply dance and glory in the wonderfulness of the Creator itself. You know, we being part and parcel. And just dance and glory in the wonderfulness of the Creator. Sing the songs of all of our experience through creation. All of the times we might have been in hell, we might have escaped hell, we might have repented in this life, etc. That is my vision. That, I think, is the ultimate vision I get. When I hear near-death experiences, everybody's experiences is unique because every soul's journey is unique. And creation is absolutely infinite and diverse. I mean, every diversity, every tweak, every flavor, every color, creation is infinite. Just as if you look at the sun, there are infinite rays of light. There are also infinite souls that the Creator emanates and gives each their individual free will. And these souls constitute a massive universe of every diversity. So you can go all the way from heaven to hell and finally back into the heaven of heavens, back into unity with the Creator. And that is the vision of the truth.